Well, hello there, and welcome to the Gemini Rabbit edition. This is issue number 19, and as you can see on the caption beforehand, they are the dates you have to be to fit into being a Gemini Rabbit combination. Anybody born before 1939 would have to be 12 years before, so if anybody's around or they've got a great aunt or whatever, or a great man, just let me know the year of 1927, and I will forward the times and dates to you. I will list them on here. So, okay, where do we start with Gemini Rabbit? Well, we have the great communicator, the Gemini, with the very sort of reserved, also a good communicator of the Rabbit. So that is the key with this combination. Is they're very articulate, and their use of words are the key areas for this combination. Not blessed with any aggression. Let's take this creature to the child stage. They will do enough to get through at school. They're not going to be outstanding, and they're not going to be lagging behind. They will do enough. Rabbits can tend to be lazy and do just enough to get through, but they're so charming, and they're so they're so streetwise in a lot of ways that they know how to get through. They know what boxes to tick. They know what to say, and they just sort of get through that way. The Gemini also is very clever at getting other people to do basically what needs to be done, and being very complimentary about it. But at the end of the day, when you look back and you say, well, hold on a minute, I did that. But they're very clever at that. So this is what you're going to have: a child who will manipulate situations, but they're going to be in the same year as other rabbits, so they'll all be pretty clever at it. There we have the animal that will get through, the creature that will get through, ticking along, not overly aggressive, will have friends, quite a good close-knit bunch of friends. The tendency for them to get bullied may happen, is possible, but then again, they're such good talkers, they can get themselves out of this situation. Let's say they're not blessed with aggression, and they haven't got the confrontational skills that other combinations have. This is the Rabbit all over, really. They don't have the sets of skills that a lot of us have for our survival techniques. They have quickness of mind, and they also have the art of talk and the art of flattery, and they do get by. I mean, they're very resourceful, and you won't find them in too many sticky situations, because they would have seen if something was awry, and that's something that may happen to them well in advance. You know, you've got quite a skittish creature that knows when danger's around, and they will identify it. So let's just take them further forward into adolescence and into the early 20s. Yes, they could continue studying, but then again, as I say, they will just get through, maybe to get the degrees they need. May have to put in a bit more effort, but they're quite conscientious, so their timekeeping will be good. It's whether they do particularly much when they're there, but they will get through, whether it's by hook or by crook, they will make it. And then you may find them in the office. I think this is the ideal salesperson. I don't think you would get a better sort of talker, and somebody who will instill sort of quite a lot of confidence, because they go about their business quietly, but they say the right things. They'll be knowledgeable on what they've got to sell, and the trouble with the Gemini Rabbit, and this goes for both sides, they're quite economical with the truth. I'm not saying that they lie, because that's not strictly true, but to to keep everything ticking. They give you enough of the truth to make you think there's not problems, or everything's ticking along. So they will be quiet. You've got to remember this when dealing with them. They will give you enough of the truth, but not everything. So you do have to delve a little. But as I say, this creature is quite clever in that respect, and will look to cover their tracks. So very good salesperson. I would get them ahead in any of the sales teams, or being a big leader and member in that. You know, and they don't see talking as working. So if we would put them in the work field, maybe out on building sites, etc., like that, you won't get the best out of them whatsoever. The damp and the cold, this animal suffers greatly with. They're not an outdoors person at all, and therefore you would have them cosily sitting in their office, and then if they can talk to earn their money, that's what a brilliant way to be, and they could become very wealthy in that respect. So just be careful. They're economical with the truth, but not liars. They're not a blunt animal. They like not to confrontate with anybody, so they will placate, and they will skip round certain issues just so everybody's kept happy. So what could be a politician, maybe they are. So if we look at their health, and this comes down to, it's quite an unusual one. Rabbit Geminis will suffer with their feet quite a lot. I mean, athlete's foot, ingrown toenails, heel problems, high arches, and they will suffer with the cold extremely in their feet. It can make their life very difficult, actually. I know this might sound peculiar, but it can make their life very difficult. And that's where sport is quite ruled out for them, especially in winter games, because of this. Because they're very apt, they could be a good sports person, but they're really held back and hampered, especially maybe in the football sense, which is the winter sport, or the rugby sense. So we have to look at that, and they do have some genuinely serious problems, and quite a lot have to have foot operations. And it's quite ironic when the sign of the rabbit's foot is known to be lucky. It's also a portent that, you know, rabbits will have feet trouble. The Gemini rabbit is no exception there. So we do have to look at that. They will be successful, they will do enough, they'll always be comfortable, they won't be going without, they're not going to be a street person, they're not going to be struggling, they may not be hitting the heights. Geminis are very good at curing money, actually, because they are quite talented at going with the moment. So this sign will be not struggling at all, and be comfortable. Not blessed with overspending. Rabbits are quite cautious. The Gemini can be cautious too, so very good at keeping hold of what they have. If we look at their best matches, well, we have to look at the solid pig area for the Gemini rabbit, and in the pig mode we need Aquarians, which that's a fantastic match. Aquarius pig. Also a Libran pig, that's a brilliant match. We can have a Leo pig, and we can also have an Aries pig, but they are very, very strong matches as well. And we also have to go to the goat area, where the goat may need a lot more signs of physical love. The rabbit, you've got to remember, isn't overly physical. So they're not sexually orientated at all, but they do make a strong bond with the way they can sort of gently go through life, and they do find each other as excellent companions. So we look for the goat years of and signs of the Aries, of the Aquarian, of the Libran, and also of the Leo. And also a decent match will be the dog Aquarius and the Libra Aquarius. They'll be quite good as well. So there's quite strong signs there that there's a lot of chance of marrying up to very good matches here. No-goes, all roosters, absolutely any, very disruptive for both, completely opposite sides of the coin. Roosters quite blunt and truthful and quite frank. This would affect the psyche of the Gemini rat completely. Roosters can be confrontational, standing their ground. Gemini rabbits don't want to, so let's avoid that at all costs, really. So there you go, that is the Gemini rabbit. It's a very resourceful creature, maybe not your outwardly aggressive and hot-blooded one, but a very resourceful one, and you know, and you will tick along very securely in the company of one of these. Thanks very much. I hope you tune in for the next edition, and take care. Bye bye.